Hello everyone, welcome back to another manga chapter review. I am the Rat, and this is the Rat's Nest. I'm joined as always by Kyle. Say hi, Kyle.
Hi everyone, I sure do love Chainsaw Man, chapter 110, A Ring in the Night.
It is one of the chapters of all time.
Yeah, to preface it a little bit, it's a good chapter. I mean, it's not, there's nothing bad in it, like, you know, not of bad quality. It's just, I kind of wish that we would move on from the current arc that we're on, you know? Like, it felt like...
It's one of those chapters that, like, in the future, we'll look back and be like, yeah, this was a chapter that happened. Like, yeah, this was a good arc. We enjoyed this.
I agree with what you said.
In the moment, it's just like, Yuko's already died twice. Why is she back?
Yeah. Like, it felt like, dude, a phenomenal place to have ended this would have been at the Horseman Devil showing up, Denji showing up, the confrontation, and then Octopus pulling Denji. Sorry, spoilers.
You still got some interesting stuff though, so let's get right into it.
Yeah, let's get into it. So
where we left off, Yuko legs sword. Yoru is confronting Chainsaw Man. Whoopee, yay! I remember me, Chainsaw Man. So Chainsaw Man obviously doesn't remember the War Devil because he is just checking out Asa.
Yeah,
he doesn't comment.
No, Fujimoto does what he somewhat does occasionally, where he just redraws like the panels, like with Denji. I think it works it works the comedic effect here. I think it's funny because it's a Denji thing to do. And then after he checks her out, the girl who's being attacked by Yuko has survived. One of the bullies for Asa.
And Dennis is like, whoa, he says, do I know her? So he doesn't recognize Yoru. And he also doesn't recognize Asa, which is interesting. I thought he might recognize Asa, but I guess he was too distracted to look at her face.
Yeah.
Then we get hey you, I saved you, the bully chick that Yuko captured. It's out. He's like, no, don't eat me. And he said, I'm not going to eat you. Hey, that's it. I'm Chainsaw Man. I don't eat people because I'm human on the inside. How would I show you my human form to prove it?
And then bonk, he gets taken away by the Yoshida's octopus devil.
Incredibly fast in the middle of Yoru's swing there, which is very impressive. We also see him doing the hand movement, which I think that pretty much confirms that it's. I mean, if it wasn't confirmed already, that the octopus devil works in a similar vein to how the fox devil works, where you have the hand stuff to correlate to using its power. If that wasn't already confirmed, now it is pretty confirmed, I feel.
Yeah, and then we get her, missing the swing, and then he vanished. Is he saying, I'm not even worth this time? Show yourself, Chainsaw Man. I'll obliterate you. She's just pissed that after all of that, you finally got, like, the confrontation that she wanted. And then, so there isn't a way to, like, from what we thought last chapter, obviously, she wouldn't have known that it was Denji because, he was in Chainsaw Man form. Yeah. But this did show that, this is what we talked about a little bit before recording, Yoshida was probably just watching the whole fight, only waiting to hop in once a moment like that was going to happen.
Yeah, so Yoshida he's not a great guy, right? He has a job to prevent Dennis from revealing himself, and he's going to do that job.
And that's it. He just watched everyone die, but only jumped in when it was his job. So, like, he's a man following orders, but yeah, he's not a great person. If he was, most likely, if he was just sitting there watching everyone die, only waiting to be like, okay, my only job here, no matter who's dying, is just wait for Dennis to do something really stupid and then intervene. And then he did exactly that.
We also here have confirmation that Yoshida knows about Yoru, because he saw her here. I think he already did know from whenever she talked to him earlier in part 2. But this is confirmation again that he does. Dwell, you're hopeless. I told you I'd stop you by force if I had to.
And then we get
such a natural reveal. Dennis is so concerned with the reveal being natural. I don't know if there's a reasoning behind that specifically, but
well, I would say it's because we've seen that there's a lot of confliction with Denji trying to make it natural. I think it's because I'll tie back into the cake, where he wants to have his cake and eat it too. He wants to be Chainsaw Man, but he wants people to know that he's also Chainsaw Man. I would say like a natural reveal. He doesn't want to just walk up and be like, hey, I'm Chainsaw Man. He wants it to be like, oh, wow. A natural acceptance into the world. I don't know. That's sort of the interpretation I'm getting.
So here we have, I hear 4 kids from class 2 died, saying this Yuko turned into a devil, the annoying one, bullied in middle school, yada, yada, yada. So I think this goes to show nothing changes, right?
Yeah, nothing in the status quo. It's just like, oh, yeah. It just goes to show that mentally weak people get tricked by devils very easily. That's like a paraphrase of what one of the characters says. Where
supposedly Yuko got away. She still hasn't been found. Let me check something.
How? No, how do these people know that? They saw her head explode. Or her head turned big and then it was killed. So she's died twice already.
I guess she's a fiend now. I don't know. We'll talk about it when we get there. Yuko is not in that crowd as far as I can tell. I don't know why that crowd was showed, but I don't know who that guy in the middle is, but it's not Yuko.
Yeah, I mean,
I checked her outfit from the end of the chapter. It's not her.
So like she's not wearing a hoodie?
Yeah. Well, no, she is, but the hood's up, and she's not wearing a beanie. From what we can see, and her face is messed up.
Yeah, because she probably stuck like that. Mm-hmm. But
and anyway, this is interesting. Also having a dream, with dead Buckies.
Similar parallel to Dennis having dreams with.
Well, not specifically Bucky. They're chickens. They're not Bucky. They're chickens. I mean, the parallels, but.
Yeah.
Running down all the way for some reason. Ground littered with dead chickens. At first, I try not to step on them. There's so many bodies. It was heavy, and then I always wake up at that part.
And then, boom, she wakes up, looks around, sees that Yuri's just still sleeping, and then, goes to calm her nerves with a glass of water before, a little bump in the night, a little knock at the door.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Who is it? Yeah, also sorry for showing up in the dead of night like this. Yuko. She goes to open the door. Don't open it. Sorry, I managed to get away, but I've turned into a devil. If I see you, I might try to eat you.
And then she opens the door, and we just get her saying, I told you not to open it. I wish there was more to say with it. I mean, we're just going to have to see where it goes.
How did Yuko survive is the question. Is she a fiend now? I mean, I guess she could be a fiend if she became a devil and then possessed her own body, which is kind of metal. I really don't see any other way for her to survive unless maybe the big Yuko monster we saw last time wasn't the main body, and this is still a remnant of the horseman who revived Yuko.
It might be, because she did say, according to the Horseman Devil, or whenever Asa's like, please, and she's like, okay, I'll fix her, anything for my little sister. So this might be the conclusion of that, where it's like, yeah, this Horseman Devil chick like fixed me and turned me into this. So who knows?
Yeah, I think Asa's dream part was interesting. We've already gotten Asa's backstory with her mom. I mean, I guess we don't know anything about her dad. Maybe her and Denji are siblings. I don't know.
That would be weird.
That's my crazy oddball theory out there, but I don't think we were correct. Except for I think last time we said either something interesting going to happen or it's going to be something incredibly anticlimactic. I think it was pretty anticlimactic.
Well, I mean, I feel like it'd be anticlimactic. But I'm okay with it being anticlimactic simply because
it being anticlimactic isn't a necessarily bad thing.
It would be too early to play that hand for Fujimoto being like, okay, well, we're gonna get a Dennis Man versus the War Devil.
I mean, one thing to consider, right? Apparently, and this is completely whatever what I call it. I don't know what to say that this is true or not, but the apparently in Japan, the Chainsaw Man anime ratings are down.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I think I heard people don't like Denji's voice actor.
Really?
And they don't like the way that some of the scenes have been directed, I think.
Oh, that's interesting.
At least of a couple weeks ago, that was what I heard. So it's kind of like where One Piece spoilers, if you're not caught up, you can skip ahead a little bit. But it's kind of like where in order to promote Film Red, Oda put in Shank. Now, that's not confirmed, but it's what happened, right? That's why Shank showed up at the end of Wano, was to promote Film Red, right? Again, not confirmed, but it's what happened. And maybe every Chainsaw Man chapter is ending on a cliffhanger to help keep Chainsaw Man ratings up.
You mean like the manga?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay. So, like you said, the anime ratings were down. Like the manga ratings. Good.
I haven't heard anything about the manga, but I mean, hey, generate good publicity for the manga and generate good publicity for the anime, right?
An absolute criminal shame against all humanity if somehow Chainsaw Man were canceled.
Oh, it's not getting canceled.
It will never be canceled, but like, I'm just saying, like that would be a sad one.
Like I said, that's like completely out of there, and it's like, I doubt that's ever going to happen. But it's a thought. You know, we've gotten a lot of cliffhangers.
The news that you just
like said, something about to happen, right?
Yeah, the news that you said was just, I'd say, more interesting than anything that happened in this chapter. I'll be honest, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I knew more information, but what you call it?
Yeah. And to kind of cap off what we're saying with this chapter, it was a good chapter. I mean, chapter 110, kind of like a big 10 chapter milestone. It was all right. I don't know. It just wasn't particularly. There wasn't anything stand out, but it's not like anything was bad. It was one of.
No, it wasn't a bad chapter.
It was point A to point B chapter.
If nothing else, we can be very thankful that this entire Justice Devil fight arc, right, has been weekly. Thinking of how tired we are of Yuko at this point.
Oh, bi-weekly, much worse.
Now, I say I'm tired of her. I still think that Yuko is a good character. I still think that she is portrayed well, right?
No, I agree. It's just it's one
just
of those
that
where...
the way that she has been portrayed, and she's been defeated twice at this point.
Yeah.
What does Fujimoto want to do with her?
Does he want to make her into an ally of sorts at this point? Because I don't know.
Because she's theoretically a fiend at this point, right? I don't know how, but theoretically she's a fiend. And she's still Yuko. She's always been Yuko. She has never lost her sense of self, right? She
always had control.
So that's what makes me like questionable on the Justice Fiend part, because it's like, well, she's not the Justice Devil. I don't know. I think it just wholly depends on where Fujimoto goes from here. I think there's a lot of potential development to be gotten from Asa. But I think there was also a lot of potential development to be gotten from Asa not bringing Yuko back and just having Asa have to deal with the fact, like, hey, my friend's dead and I'm partially responsible.
Yeah, the fact that it's like she used like the whatever sword she made out of her clothing and just absolutely obliterated her. That would have been a good thing for her to struggle with, and you could have had interactions where it's like Yorda being like, "Oh, Asa, man up! You did what you quit being such a baby. You did what you did. It was cool. It was awesome." It's like, no, I didn't want to kill my friend. It's like, you'll get over it. Like stuff like that. There could have been interesting interactions between us and Yoda like that, where some.
I guess we could still have it, but
we could. But it definitely lessens the impact that hey, the person that I killed is actually not dead.
Mm-hmm.
I tried. It goes from I killed to I tried to kill. And that I don't think that's like there's still impact there to be had. However, seeing her alive and well enough it's sort of lessened that impact. That's all I have to say on that front.
But it's a good chapter. I trust Fujimoto about as much as I can trust a mangaka after Hajime Isayama completely and utterly destroyed any sense of trust I could ever have in a mangaka. Eiichiro Oda and Tatsuki Fujimoto are the two mangakas that I trust the most. So I trust him. I do think he's cooking, and I'm very much looking forward to chapter 111.
Look, all I'm saying is, I would put Araki up there. Not nearly as bad as a blow with Jojolian, but
yeah.
Stop him.
Well, any final thoughts, Kyle?
Again. Good enough chapter. I know it might sound like I hate it at a lot of points in this video. I didn't hate this chapter or anything. Like, again, it's just one of those where nothing good nor bad happened. It was just a point A to point B chapter for me, and I can appreciate it for what it is.
It was a chapter that exists.
It is one of the chapters of all time.
All right. With that, if you're this far in the video, obviously if there's something you like, so make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment telling us how cool we are. Groovers and Screams Book Club description, Bleach, cool, awesome. See you this Sunday with One Piece Chapter 1066. Boy, howdy, Kyle, we are in for a chapter. I've read some of the stuff. I think you're really gonna like it. It deals with some subject matter I think you'll enjoy. And we actually, completely off topic, we saw One Piece Film Red like a couple hours before filming this, and then because we had to, what you call it? We drove to a theater, and then we drove back to our places.
Yeah.
It was a very good movie. Maybe we'll do a review. Probably not. I'm not going to promise anything because the answer is probably not. And I probably not. I mean, definitely not. We'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.